What's up, guys and gals? Welcome to Extreme Nerd Table. If you guys don't know what this is, it's a little podcast that we talk about everything pop culture, everything comics, pretty much a little bit of everything. So I have Anthony with me, and Anthony's gonna be launching what was it, Venerella to 2 in I believe February. If you don't see this banner behind him.
What's up? Yeah, hey. YouTube's, internet, social medias, Instagrams, Twitters, Facebooks, whatever. I am going to be launching Venerella 2. And right now, if you go on Indiegogo, look up Venerella 2. I got a little sign-up sheet there. People like my good buddy Jeff, the Cantonese comic kid, he's already in the know because he backed issue number 1. Just for a historical recap, I launched Venerella number 1 on November 7th, 2021. I fulfilled the entire campaign, funded, fulfilled, mailed, customer satisfaction. Even our good buddy in Austria got my books.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? He got your books before he got that damn AOK from us.
Yeah, I don't know. I got the juice, but anyway, Venerella number 1. Venerella number 1 went international. I have it in some comic book stores in Florida. None out by you yet, Jeff. I got to send some over to Tampa, Nerd Out and stuff. But Venerella number 2 coming. I might launch it this weekend. I might launch it next weekend. If you don't know who I am and you're interested, sign up for the Venerella number 2 on Indiegogo. I'll give you updates when I launch. And if you missed Venerella number 1, I'm going to have those on there as add-ons so you can catch up. You can order Venerella number 2. You can go ahead and order Venerella number 1. And I should be, I've already started drawing it. I should be done sometime, I don't know, maybe in April. And I'm going to fulfill in May. I'm going to give myself a couple months this time.
Yeah,
none of this rush stuff, because Venerella, I wanted to get Venerella done and printed by January 1st. I did that. I actually had it done on December 30th.
Right.
I mailed it January 2nd, and it went all over the world, and everybody got it the first week of January. And that's what I told everybody. I said, you're not going to get originally, I wanted to get it for Christmas, but then it's like, you know what? Nah, you get it the first week in January. Issue number 2 coming. Issue number 2 of Misty America's coming soon, too. I was originally going to do Misty America 2, but you know what? I'm an artist, and I had a story for Venerella number 2. I had the full thing in my head. Right. And after drawing Venerella pretty much for 2 months straight, I just figured I'd just keep it up and just draw some more Venerella. And I got all the covers done.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm ready to launch, but I got to make a video and I got to come up with the packages and all that stuff. But other than that, so, look for Venerella 2, look for Misty America 2, and support indie comic creators like myself, not just myself, but people like myself, because we're doing it for the love of doing it, and we love telling stories. So
it's not, you know what I mean? It's not to make money, man. Honestly, it's just to tell the story.
Make a little money, but
make a little money, but I'm just saying.
Mostly it's to create comic books.
Yeah.
Did you get any new comics this week, Jeff, or should we wait for our other co-host?
Nah, I got plenty to share.
Show us what you got.
Yeah, I actually picked up some Golden Age books.
Golden Age. Ooh, Jungle Comics. Look at that.
Yeah, I picked up a Jungle comic, and it's a 4.0. Very good. Yeah, it's
nice.
Yeah, it is issue 100 and I forgot. 108.
Nice.
Yep, and then I picked up Fighter Comics, Tiger Girl.
Nice.
Yep, and it's another Golden Age, and it's issue 73.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then I picked up Vampirella Unholy.
Unholy.
Yeah. Actually, interesting read. That's all
Yeah.
I got to say. Yeah, so it's an interesting read so far. I've been enjoying it. I picked up the new Thor, and then the new Cowboy Bebop book.
Bebop.
Haven't got a chance to read it yet, but since this week I have a couple of days off, so I'll be able to read some stuff.
Once in Future, still going. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's still good, so that surprises me a lot.
Same people drawing and writing it too, which is nice.
Yeah, and it's still good, surprisingly.
Dan Mora, 24 issues on, still doing it.
And then the Unholy Perillo variant.
Nice.
Yep. It looks like Ash, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like Perillo.
I was gonna say that looks like Ash a lot.
It looks like Ash, and it looks like a little bit of Perillo too. Perillo it looks like himself. That's funny. And then I picked up this one.
Sheena.
Yeah, Sheena. I've been enjoying it, and it's another. Oh yeah, it's another Perillo. If it's not a Perillo, it's a Carla Cohan. No. And then I picked up Army of Darkness, 1979.
Nice.
And there's another Perillo. I picked up Saga Issue 55.
Yeah, I did too, but it's already in my wife's read pile.
Did you read it yet?
Yeah, I read it.
What'd you think?
It was just like old Saga, so
yeah.
It picked up nicely from where it left off.
Yeah. And then Stray Dogs. And then I picked up this one.
All Guts, No Glory.
Yeah, I'm curious. I was curious, and there's a Xenoscope, so
nice.
sometimes Xenoscope's good, sometimes Xenoscope's bad. You never know. But yeah, those are what I mostly picked up, man.
Okay.
Yeah. What you end up picking up?
Well, I got Saga, but I can't show it because it's in the other room on my wife's pile. But I got the Red Sonja #7.
I've been liking that read anyway.
I love it. It's, as I said, I did
Palmiotti and Carter, right?
I did it. And Mara Tat, who's still drawing it 7 issues in.
Cool.
I love it. It's one of my favorite books in the last year. I love every issue of it. Picked up Gunslinger 4. Art still killing it. Brett Booth, fucking just amazing artwork. I mean, I'm just going to show this a little off. This is what you get every month in Gunslinger Spawn. Fantastic Brett Booth art. Todd McFarlane script. So those 3 new books, that's all I got.
Okay.
Before he comes on, I will say out loud, I am never going to buy a DC Comics book again. And I got some bronze stuff.
Okay.
I got all these on an online auction, like $10. Fantastic Four 183.
Nice.
Real nice, clean copy.
Very nice.
And then I got a bunch of cool bronze DC stuff. A favorite title of mine in the early 80s, Unknown Soldier.
Oh, very nice.
Joe Kubert covers. Joe Kubert covers various insides. Robert Kanigher, some of those guys. Unknown Soldier, another issue. These are all like really in nice condition. Not that I care. I just like reading them.
Yeah.
Unknown Soldier with backup story Enemy Ace. You cannot appreciate the amount of work that Joe Kubert did in the 70s and 80s at DC.
Nope.
I mean, the amount of books, the amount of covers. There's a great Unknown Soldier. And speaking of Joe Kubert, in that same auction, I got a Rima #4.
Oh, that's cool.
Rima the Jungle Girl, DC.
Good.
This is 20 center, so this is early 70s. Again, Joe Kubert cover. Joe Kubert did everything for DC. And then this is a really cool book that I picked up. It's a Marvel Army book called Combat Kelly and the Deadly Dozen. I'm not familiar as much of a Bronze Age Marvel fan that I am. I'm unfamiliar with this title, but I picked it up. Again, early 70s war book, Marvel. Has characters from Nick Fury, Sergeant Fury, and the Howling Commandos in the story.
That's cool.
But Combat Kelly is another character. Not to be confused with Kelly, the donkey from, not to be confused with Kinky Kelly from Clerks 2. I know some people might be thinking about Kinky Kelly and the Donkey Show, but that's all I got this week, man. It was, and that was an auction. However, my birthday is next weekend, and I think the wife bought me some stuff online.
Oh boy,
she buys me old comic books online, so that's
always good. That's always good. Yeah, man. So, like, I haven't been, you know what I mean? I picked up some Golden Age stuff, but I've been like I said, I wanted some horror, like a horror from Golden Age. Now I got some Jungle books from so it's like, I couldn't beat the price, man. I'm like, and I've always wanted those Jungle books, so I'm like, whatever. Okay. So we'll bring up a topic now that I read over the week about how they took a graphic novel out of a middle school.
Yeah, they removed Mouse.
Right. Hold on, we got our co-host down here.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. What's up, Randall?
Right in the nick of time, Randall. Hey, Randall. Hey, we're about to get on a topic, but before you joined us, we were showing off books that we obtained this week. So before we go into a topic, do you have any books that you'd like to show off?
I don't have any books, but I do have this I want to show off.
Please show it off, whatever it is. Hopefully he doesn't rip his penis out.
It's a key, huh?
It's a Spider-Man key.
Oh.
Is that a key to a new car?
He wishes. Building?
I'll give you one more guess.
A shop?
Yes.
So,
you are currently looking at the manager of a new comic book store opening in South Tampa called South Tampa Comics.
Oh boy.
We will be opening probably by the end of February.
Oh, that's cool.
The guy I'm working with, he picked up the keys. He signed the lease. We met at the store. We talked about plans on what we're going to do with the store. And he gave me the key to the store.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's why I didn't have any books today, because all day today we've been working on what we're planning for the store. And it's great. I finally get to quit Empanada World. We'll be making even more money, and I will be working at a job and doing something that I very much love doing. And of course, my ultimate goal, making the best comic book store in the state of Florida. And then when I accomplish that, the best comic book store in the United States. And then when I accomplish that, the best comic book store in the entire earth.
All right.
So, things are looking good.
So they're not going to have any DC books there. So that's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're working on a topic now. So we're getting on a topic now about, like, I was asking you guys what you guys think of the news that came out this week, where they're removing a graphic novel from it was a middle school.
Well, it's not the first graphic novel, and it won't be the last.
But I'm just saying I think it's a little. You know what I mean? I think it's getting a little out of hand. I mean, it's a little out of hand because it's a book of history, anyways. It's about the Holocaust. Right. You know what I mean? It's like.
It's just idiot people in power, taking advantage of what they can and can't do, and just they think that they can do it. They can get away with it. They do it. It enters.
Yeah, but what's the other graphic novel that they've pulled? What's the other graphic novels that they pulled from?
Oh, man, I can't even remember. There's been several. It's just been years since it's happened. But it feels like every 5 to 7 years, there's some type of graphic novel that's like, we're not going to be, either it's a bookstore, either it's a library. it's any place that essentially that normally carries books. Someone out of nowhere is going to be like, "Oh, I don't want this in my store," or it's banned, or you know, it's always something. So when I heard that happen, I'm like, you know, like it sucks, you know, it sucks. But like, but you know what? Anytime something like this does happen, it gets a lot of recognition, and then before you know it, it's doing well in sales. You know, so like,
yeah,
honestly, like
I think that any banned books, just like stuff that when they had, you know, when it first was this, you know, adult material, you know, your little PMRC stickers on stuff. The minute you do that, it gives street cred to the book.
Right.
Sure.
More people are going to seek it out. More people are going to want more new prints of it.
Right. And I've noticed
it's going to stimulate.
It hit the hot list.
Of course, it's going to stimulate sales.
Right.
And people were like, you know, first of all, people hadn't thought about the book in many years.
Right.
And then secondly, now people that never heard about the book are going to seek it out. And it's going to make cred. And it's just like they've been doing it for years. I mean, it goes back to Huckleberry Finn and, you know, To Kill a Mockingbird and all these, you know, Death of a Salesman and, you know, Catcher in the Rye. You know, all these books that have, you know, suggestive stuff or whatever, you know, they're all history by now. And it's all, you know, and again, but what I will say is that I'm the most anti-censorship person in the world. I think everything should be available to everyone, and it's up to them whether they read it or watch it or whatever. However, certain graphic novels or books or visual representations, because there's visual representation in a graphic novel or a comic book, I do feel that certain libraries do have the responsibility to carry appropriate things if there are children there. Now, if it's a high school, I think everything's fair game. However, you know, if it's an elementary or a middle school even, which I think this is the case, it's a middle school. I don't remember how graphic the book was in its visual representation. I don't recall, but it seems pretty innocuous. But let's face it, you don't want probably even The Watchmen isn't in middle school libraries because of violence and the nudity depicted in there. And it shouldn't be. And I don't think, you know, and that's just being a responsible teacher or parent. When you're in high school, that's a different story. But for elementary or middle school, you know, whatever the school board thinks is appropriate is usually appropriate. And you know, I just think there should be some reason and some logic behind banning, not banning, but censoring what books are where. However, you know, you can go, any kid can go into Books A Million or Barnes and Noble and pull out a photography book that has full frontal nudity in it all day long. So, you know, it is what it is.
Are you familiar with Andy Kaufman?
From Man in the Moon and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should pull Andy Kaufman, right?
What's
like you make sure Venerella gets printed into a graphic novel, right?
Oh,
and then I'll make some video saying that this book doesn't belong in a comic book store. I'm banning this book. Right. And then maybe it gets on the news, and then everyone's like, "What is this book that's being banned?" And like, "Oh, we gotta check this out." You know,
well, when you open your Tampa store, I'll send you some copies there. You can ban it.
Yeah, but like I said, man, it's honestly, I don't. Have you guys read the book before? I mean, that's
I did many years ago. I don't own a copy.
I remember reading it when I was I think I was either in middle school or high school. I don't remember, but I think it was like semi-middle school when I read it. And I thought it was interesting because that's what kind of, you know, got me into comic wise. I mean, I was already into it, but that got me more into, you know, I'm like, you know, comic, you know what I mean? So you know,
I first heard of the book through Wizard. I remember Wizard magazine kind of like doing like takes on like books we recommend, books you should check out, independent books,
Right.
and the importance, the level of like how much it's important to the art of comics. So I remember like hearing about it and reading the articles on it, and I was always intrigued by it. I just never had this passion or drive. Like for the longest time, I remember when I worked at Demolition Comics, I didn't read Watchmen. I didn't read Watchmen until the movie was about to come out, But when I was at the store, people would come in. They're like, "Have you read Watchmen?" I'm like, "Nope." And they're like, how are you even working at a comic book store and you've never read that book? Same thing with like Dark Knight Returns. Like when I hadn't read Dark Knight Returns and people were in the store like, "You haven't read Dark Knight Returns? How are you working at a comic book store?" It's like, so eventually I got to the books. Eventually I got to it, So that book, fortunately, it's not one of those books where like someone's going to come in and ask me, "Hey, have you read that book?" I'm like, "No." Like, "How are you running a comic book store?" It's like, I'm not going to get that with that book. But still, I think it is probably one of those stories that any fan of any comic books down the road could probably.
I thought it was a new volume of Tom and Jerry, and then all these cats had like swastikas on them. I'm like, what's going on here? But anyway,
yeah, like
and then when the second volume came out, I was like, this is a real dark Stuart Little, but it had all Nazis in it.
Yeah, but it's been a couple of years since it's been years since I've read it, man. It's been years since Anthony's read it, so it's like now they're trying to. I mean, now at the middle. I mean, I understand why. You know what I mean? It's and
cares?
Stuff like that.
It's in it's in a school in Tennessee,
right?
Who cares? I mean. It's like, and it says also that it's removing it from its curriculum. You know what? If you're teaching history, the Holocaust, and you're using that book to do it, maybe you should rethink your curriculum anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, some kids, it's hard for them to keep their attention. So that could be the reason why they use that book to help.
I think
keep their.
I think part of the problem is also and this is from my point of view. Like I hated reading as a kid. Like when you go to school and you're being forced to read, I think as a kid you're looking at reading as work, as a job, and it's like people don't want to work, So like, when you build that negative stigmatism at a young age with kids, and kids like, I don't want to read. They don't want to read because of school,
right?
And so so schools have to find a way to introduce and get reading into the kids for them to learn to the point where like they don't hate reading, like. And I think graphic novels, maybe how cool would it be if a school literally changed all their textbooks into graphic novel format? Like you want to learn math, you want to learn English, you're going to have artists and drawings that people can look at. They're entertained by it, but they're learning, like what are all those things that they give like little toddlers, little kids before they go to school, so they can learn all this stuff in a fun manner, in a fun way. So that way, when they do get to school, it's like they're already kind of educated and prepared, like schools need to rethink how they're teaching their kids. And honestly, schools are outdated. Half the shit that they're teaching in schools, like, no, they need to know like real world shit. Like you need to have accounting classes, you need to have tax classes, you need to have stuff that kids are going to use in the real world. Those need to be more mandatory, classes for kids.
Mandatory curriculum. Yeah.
Schools need to change, man. Like if I have the opportunity to homeschool my kids, I will homeschool my kids. If I send them to school, I don't expect them to get straight A's. I expect them to go there, make friends, network with people. I don't give a shit if you fail math. I don't give a shit if you fail English, because you're not going to remember half that shit anyways.
What's up, man? But that's interesting, man. It's just I didn't know it was Tennessee. I just saw the article. I did, so I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad
it's always going to be one of those types.
It's one Tennessee school. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it drove it up to it actually hit the damn it surprised the hell out of me because I was curious. I looked at the top, the hot, the damn hot, the comic hot list,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I go, oh shit, oh crap, it actually
Man,
is on the list.
if I had the rights to that book for fun, you know
Yeah.
what I would do? I'd make a new printing, and you know when they
Uh-huh.
put like a little stamp on the book, like
Yeah.
number one best selling, whatever. I would put on there, not best selling book in Tennessee or something like that, like, or I'd give the school credit for like banning that
Banning
book,
it.
and like put that stamp right on the book. So it's like, just as a
Sure.
sort of like a, hey, thanks for like this book selling again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
And
put
then,
a parental guidance band sticker. Maybe
Yeah.
put a black armband around it. You get a black armband with every copy.
You get a, what's it's Tennessee. You can put like the Tennessee state flag on the armband or something like that.
Don't you?
Did you guys watch the new Boba Fett? Did you like the new thumbnail that Anthony
Yes.
made of me?
I liked season 3, episode 1 of The Mandalorian that we got to watch. It was great.
Oh, let's get
Turk band. Yep.
Yeah, let's get like an all-white Christian school that doesn't like anything Native American. Like, we don't want Turok in our.
That might be the same school in Tennessee.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm surprised.
I think maybe they banned Mouse because it didn't sympathize with the Nazis.
Could
that
be.
Or you know what? Maybe they were just cat lovers. They were just pissed off. Like,
maybe the school.
How are you going to make the school Nazi?
Maybe the school boards
like a cat lady.
Maybe the school boards got white sheets in their closet, and that's why they banned
maybe.
Yeah.
They got Mein Kampf is on the reading list for this next summer, but not Mouse.
Maybe the teacher got traumatized. Every time she looks at her cat, she's like, my baby's not a Nazi. My baby's not a Nazi.
Yeah, so
he's a Meowtzy.
He's a communist. He's Chairman Meow.
So you guys end up watching, what was it? Boba Fett this week, and then what else
Peacemaker is always good.
Yeah.
Get better and better, man.
Yeah. I've been enjoying it.
No, this last episode of, why is it the best episode of the Book of Boba Fett doesn't have Boba Fett? Why? It's like
because Bryce Dallas Howard directed it.
Sure.
And she kills. She kills episodes. When she did The Mandalorian, her episodes were badass good. And
it's like they
again,
the budget.
It's a Mandalorian one. That might as well be episode 1 of the new season of Mandalorian, and
I agree.
And it was good, man. It was really good.
Yeah.
Well,
it looked
supposedly it's a rumor going around. There's a rumor going around that either the next episode or supposedly the next episode's they're gonna have Han, they're gonna have all these guys. Yeah, supposedly
Han.
Yeah, supposedly they're gonna have supposedly Han's gonna appear, Han Solo
CGI and Harrison Ford face.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get off my Millennium Falcon.
Maybe it's the kid who played Solo. It's gonna be in it.
But supposedly these guys are gonna appear because of where Mandalorian's gonna bring this one to the Jedi school or whatever it is. So supposedly,
I think they literally, it felt like they took the budget of episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Book of Boba Fett, and they combined that budget, and that's what we got with episode 5, right? Because let me tell you something, that was some movie shit quality. That was some movie quality right there in that episode. When you see him in the Starfighter, you see him just, just everything, from the dark saber fight, just everything that they were doing in that whole episode. And I'm just like, this is just gold. Like, this is like, I don't even care about Boba Fett anymore. It's like, just give me the Mandalorian. Just give me whatever his name is.
I will say, Bake the Snake was referring to Ron Howard, of course. Bryce Dallas Howard learning from her dad. She made that shit look really Star Warsy. I will say one thing that I've seen fans who have to troll the show, no matter how good or bad it is, they are talking about that new fighter that he has. What good is that ship going to be for a bounty hunter when he had this last ship? He had a whole like cooler full of carbon frozen bodies and shit. There's no room. There's no room in that fighter other than for a baby Yoda. I don't even where's he going to put any people?
You know what? There is room for 8 heads in a duffel bag.
Oh, you're right. If he has it, and if he, since Disney and Marvel are owned by the same company, Lucasfilm and Marvel, he could probably borrow a Pym particle.
Yeah, and then
the people down,
or shrink the what was it? The carbonite down to
right.
Hey, you know what? It's space, right? They probably they have trailers, right? They could probably have like a little trailer that they tag on the end of the starfighter, and he's just like, like.
Can you imagine that? You see a starfighter coming by with a damn trailer filled with people in it.
It's gonna say
I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying. Darth Maul,
that little at Naboo fighter, from Anakin callback fighter. You ain't put nothing in there. Except the fishbowl where the droid used to be. Other than that, good episode. Whoever didn't see it, Eddie from the Batcave, go check it out on Disney Plus. Sorry for the yawn, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat and on the screen. I just had a long day.
Yeah. But I honestly, we've all had one. I worked until like 6 in the morning and didn't get home until 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoyed this. I actually enjoyed the read.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. I actually surprised me, you know what I mean? I expected the dad to like somehow, come back.
No spoilers, man.
My bad.
I'm way behind on Saga.
Too bad.
Too bad. They stopped it 3.5 years ago. So
yeah, you had enough. You had enough time to actually catch up.
I had time, but I didn't have the money.
Well, you could read it digitally, man. You got all the Amazon and stuff, right?
No, I don't.
Oh.
You can go to any Barnes and Noble, go to the trade section, read the last page.
Yeah.
You're caught up. Marco's dead. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Been dead since 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they picked it up COVID. Nicely though.
Yeah, before COVID. But it was. I mean, honestly, it was this week, guys. Actually, like the Cowboy Bebop one that I'm looking forward to reading. Like, there's a bunch of them that I'm looking forward to reading. It's just. I got a couple of days, actually off this week, so I will be able to read some stuff.
That's another thing I'm very excited for.
You got days off now, finally?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a structured schedule, and with the structured schedule, I'm gonna be able to like start planning my days out and be like, cool, I'm gonna read all these books on this day. I'm gonna do this on this day.
Well, you can actually do it. Honestly, you could do it at the shop too.
I don't want to do it too much at the shop because the guy's paying me good money, so like I don't want him thinking like, hey, you're paying me to read comics. It's like no,
but my thing is but you would have to read anyways because you would have to recommend books anyways to people. So I'm just you know what I mean. So you're gonna have to read some stuff.
That's the plan. I will be having a nice, healthy amount of reading and comics and being more informed and being able to sell more. I'm very much excited for that.
Oh yeah,
we're working at a deal where I told him hey, I still have the, as far as I know, I still have the Diamond account. I said if he's willing to split the shipping costs, then we can order independent books for the store, and then of course I can order independent books for myself. So he says that he's down for doing that. Yeah, pretty soon I'll be able to read some independent books again. Unfortunately, Diamond will be getting money from me. I don't want them to have my money. I'd rather it go to another distributor. But a buddy of mine was telling me rumors. He heard that apparently Image might be working out a deal with Lunar Distribution later this year.
Yeah, but so but Lunar's no better than Diamond is, right?
No, they actually are better than Diamond.
Well, what I've heard, like the West Coast guys are getting gypped sometimes with Lunar, man.
Probably because the West Coast guys are Marvel guys, So it's like, of course, the Marvel guys are going to get gypped by DC.
No, no, they ordered that's their DC shipment coming from Lunar, man. It's getting messed up.
Lunar's the only distributor distributing DC, so of course, But I haven't heard too many people. I mean, everybody has their different issues and problems. My problems with Lunar is like the customer service is garbage. You can't talk to anybody on the phone because there's no phone number. You have to do it all via email. The other day, I got an email saying that they haven't received the last couple money orders that I sent them. And I'm like, I sent them screen captures of the receipts,
right,
and screen captures of the actual money orders that I sent out. And then I get like another email saying that, oh, this is the correct address you're supposed to be sending the money orders. So in my mind, I'm like, so you assholes are telling me that you haven't received my money order, but the reason you haven't received it is because you guys didn't take your damn time to email me and tell me, oh, by the way, this is the address you need to start sending your money orders to, So they're giving me trouble, like, we might have to suspend your account until this is resolved, right. And it's like, no, you guys screwed up. I've been doing exactly what I've been doing for the past year. I've made zero mistakes. You guys are the ones always making mistakes with me. And now they did one good thing out of this whole stupid situation. They have provided me with the information, and I can now pay them with credit card. So now I don't have to spend $8 a week mailing out a money order to them. Now I can just pay it on their system. So that's the one good thing that they've done in a while. Makes my life easier. I'm saving $32 a month, So, and then on top of that, they're like, oh, you have a credit too. You're like, yeah, you have $300 in credit. So I asked them, okay, so let's say my next order is $150 I owe you guys. What do I do? Do I just do nothing and you guys will pull from the credit? He's like, yep. So there you go. So I save money now again.
Well, did you see our Instagram chat where was it? Where Simply had mentioned the actress to be Poison, that he would like to be Poison Ivy, and what do you think of it? What was the actress's name, Anthony?
I missed it.
Isla Fisher.
What do you guys think of her being Poison Ivy?
She would be good, but I feel like she's just too old now. She's just
But then who do you? Okay, Randall, who do you want to play Poison Ivy?
Well, what are we talking about? What is Poison Ivy going to be in, or is this just a fan?
This is just fan casting.
Service. Oh, okay.
Fan casting. Since Simply brought it up in the chat, I'm just bringing it up now to get the attention.
I don't know. I heard a rumor that Megan Fox was interested in Poison Ivy, so like I'm actually okay with that.
Why are you okay with that? I'm just curious. Man hands being Poison Ivy?
Oh, that's no. She's no.
I know
Megan Fox is super hot. She had red hair, whatever. But right. She didn't make her hair red to play April O'Neil. Why would she do it for Poison Ivy?
That's probably just Michael Bay's fault.
Speaking of fan casting, I watched Saturday Night Live last night, and what's his face was the
Willem Dafoe.
the host, and he made so many comments about people saying you should play the Joker.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He was actually funny as hell on the episode, but my wife all day is like on her phone, and she's like, "Oh, I see a story. It says this person," and I'm like, "This person what?" I said, "Here's how the stories are. This person rumored to play blah." And then it's all bullshit. None of these things are real. They're all stupid. As far as Poison Ivy goes, you know who would be good as Poison Ivy, believe it or not? Bella Thorne. Someone like that. Get a young actress who's kind of whacked out anyway and is got red hair and whatever.
Right.
But my point is, if we're just going by redheads, both Isla Fisher and Megan Fox are probably a few years older than they should be. That's like saying Jessica Chastain should be Poison Ivy. No, just, hire someone who's like younger and maybe has done some acting. Hell, I've seen the pop singer Halsey be Poison Ivy at a party, and she looked amazing, And again, there's no reason why someone like Halsey or Ariana Grande or some pop singer who wants to be in a movie. There's no, and hell, she was Sam and Cat for years or whatever. Right. So it was already an actress. Get some pop singer, like do a Harry Styles thing. It doesn't always have to be, it's a redhead and she's in movies. Because to be honest with you, I don't think Isla Fisher looks like Poison Ivy. I don't think Jessica Chastain. I don't think any of those people would look like Poison Ivy. But, however, to each his own, But
what do you think of the news about the James Gunn announced doing another spinoff of Suicide Squad into a TV show? What character do you think it might be?
Oh, I'd love to see a vigilante show just by itself.
Yeah. I got a funny one. Weasel.
Weasel like deserves like a holiday special. Weasel during Christmas time or something like that.
No, vigilante. All the way.
Maybe
vigilante. Maybe it'll be the white, or maybe it'll be White Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I don't care.
They said that,
I don't care if he's a white supremacist or not. That costume was badass. I want to see that costume fighting Peacemaker. That costume was badass.
When I said spinoff, I didn't mean like from Peacemaker. I meant from the Suicide Squad movie.
Oh,
yes, I agree. I would like to see a vigilante spinoff, but he mentioned it's like a character from the Suicide Squad movie, and he also mentioned apparently.
I want the detachable kid before he got killed.
Yeah.
Yes, Nathan Fillion. That would be awesome.
But honestly, like you said, I think it's gonna be Polka Dot Man. Honestly, I honestly think it's gonna be Polka Dot Man.
It could be Captain Boomerang.
Yeah. But
how about you want to know who would make money on HBO Plus?
Condiment King.
How about Harlequin series with Margot Robbie, directed by James Gunn?
Yeah, that would be awesome. By
the way, did you guys see the thing where it showed Peacemaker? It was an article in the newspaper. It was him. He caught Kite Man.
Oh
yeah.
Oh.
I hope he didn't kill Kite Man. I wonder who they cast to play as Kite Man.
Nathan Fillion.
But wait a minute, who voices Kite Man anyways? Isn't it from the guy from Drew Carey, the Carey show, way back when?
No, you're thinking of DJ Vader. He does the voice of Batman.
Oh, okay. But I think he would make a pretty decent Kite Man. I think he's old, but
how about Alan Tudyk? Can you imagine Alan Tudyk as a?
He's too busy.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, anybody that hasn't watched Resident Alien. That is a fantastic show.
Oh yeah. It's actually
watch
really
it.
good.
Season 2 just started. Alan Tudyk is phenomenal in it.
I just started watching AP Bio. That's a funny show.
I actually watched a couple episodes of that Cowboy Bebop.
Do you know Kite Man? Do you know Kite Man originated in 1960?
But did not know that. I thought
That's
it was
crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was
I knew it was a long time ago.
older than that. I thought it was a little older than that. I thought it was
1960.
Isn't it great?
Batman 133.
Isn't it great that we get to see like obscure characters become part of mainstream at some point?
Now, yeah.
Like, you know, God bless all those guys that want to just take like random weird characters and like put it in a movie or TV show, and then people are like, "Oh my God, these characters are so great," you know.
So Arnold. Did you guys see the Arnold Schwarzenegger being Zeus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like from a straight to DVD movie or something like that. Because they said the movie's supposed to be coming out in February.
But what do you guys think, though? If I
mean, he looks cool.
I mean, he's supposed to be playing. He's supposed to be playing Zeus, and then some other actor is supposed to be playing like Poseidon or something like that. And I can't remember the other actor, but it looks interesting.
Hopefully, it's Sylvester Stallone. Hopefully we get like Expendables, but in the Greek gods.
Yeah,
that's cool. I mean, that'd be cool. It'd be Dolph Lundgren, Sylvester Stallone, Chuck Norris, Bruce Willis,
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Van Damme, and then it'd be Jet Li as,
and then Jason Statham will be in there too.
So everybody's some type of guy.
Yeah. That would be fun to watch.
I mean, I saw it. I mean, the poster looks pretty cool. I mean, I hope the movie's interesting.
Might be just like Randall said. It looks like it's a straight to video something.
Right.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
Some of the straight to video stuff is good. What's that?
Oh, it is.
I don't know if you saw the trailer today, but the Halo TV show.
Yeah, that trailer looked great.
Yeah.
Man. That's going to be like, let me tell you something. I don't want to pay for Paramount Plus, but for that, I'm happy to pay Paramount Plus. You give me a show like that with that quality action, and again, another series that looks like it has movie quality, you know, and it just.
But we brought up before, man. It needs to be some type of service that can like streamline everything, man. There's way too many of these. Honestly, there's way too. Yeah. Something, because there's way too many of them that but like Anthony said previously, it's like a cable bill pretty much if you're gonna pay for because if it's $9.99 per program thing, it's pretty much, you know.
Man, we're getting hit with a lot of Russian bots tonight.
Yeah, that's 2 already so far.
That's coming right from the front lines of the Ukraine.
Yeah.
You know, what'd be really funny though is like even though they're from Russia, they're actually just Indian people. Maybe how funny would it be? Like you have Indian people in Russia that are like literally just they learned like the Russian language and they're typing it. And they're like, you know,
sure,
we got you.
They're manning the phones there too.
Yeah. All right, Anthony. If you got the cast of Vanderella or Misty America, who would you want? Who would you cast for these movies?
Misty America would be I have to go back in time.
Okay.
Because I want Misty America to be played by why am I drawing a blank on her name?
Pamela Anderson.
Well, actually Pamela Anderson, but no. What's her face? Margot Robbie before Margot Robbie existed. Jamie Presley. I want to be Misty America because Jamie Presley's portrayal in the movie Dead or Alive was kind of the basis of Misty America.
That's cool.
So Jamie Presley was the actual inspiration behind the character. But yeah, I'd like Pamela Anderson to play it too. Pamela Anderson or Jamie Lee Presley. If I was going to pick a modern actress, believe it or not, I would want like Margot Robbie to play her or something.
Oh, that's cool.
You
That's
know,
cool.
I want a blonde, kick-ass chick playing her.
That's cool.
And I think she could do it.
Why not? What's her name? The South African woman. The
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that. You know who I'd like? You know who I would like to play her in her prime, though. Rebecca Romaine.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
All right.
yeah. Rebecca Romaine would be nice.
But yeah, I mean, I can't really think of any modern actresses that would embody the character. So I keep going back to old actresses.
No, that's cool, man.
Vanarella.
Yeah,
Vanarella, on the other hand,
curious.
I would like Vanarella to be played by an unknown actress.
Okay.
But if I was to actually pick a real actress, I will tell you it's very obscure.
Right.
But there's an Australian actress named Phoebe Tonkin. She used to be on the CW show The Originals.
Oh yeah, I've seen, yeah.
Well, I know
Yep.
Yeah. And before that, Vampire Diaries, and she's been on a bunch of shows. She starred in she was in Westworld.
Yeah.
Briefly. Yeah, last season. But anyway, I would use her because of her facial features. High eyebrows, big lips, like very chiseled, just very model-esque. Vanarella would need to be played by someone thin, tall, very supermodel-y. Yes, Chloe Grace Moretz would play Vanarella.
Phoebe Tonkin almost reminds me of, Jason Sudeikis' ex-wife.
Yeah, you know what? That she would be good too. The reason I went with Phoebe Tonkin is very tall. Also, you know who I would love to play Vanarella also? Janina Gavankar, who was in True Blood and is in a new movie new show called Big Sky or whatever. And also, speaking of Big Sky, the Catherine Winnick, who was in Vikings for years, would be my modern actress choice for Misty America.
Well, that's cool.
Okay.
That'd be kind of cool. I mean, that'd be cool.
She also stars in Big Sky or whatever the name of the show is, which is really good job, by the way.
Well, now we know if a movie studio comes to you about your books. Now we know who you're going to be casting.
Well, when I ship free copies to the Tampa store that Randall's running, he's going to ban it, and then I'm going to get on the news, and then people are going to want to make a movie. Margot Robbie is going to be calling me every weekend saying, "When can I read the script?" And boom. And
then we're gonna pitch and sell a dramedy documentary type behind the scenes movie of us plotting and making all this happening, right?
Sure. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Vanarella also, if it was 20 years ago, because of the description, Angelina Jolie would have been great too.
Oh yeah.
I need a sinewy, snake-like seductress.
You know who I think I would really enjoy as Vanarella is the late Julie Strain.
Strain? That's funny. I mentioned Julie Strain in a comment just about an hour or two ago. Buddy of mine was posting pictures of Julie Strain from Penthouse Comics or Heavy Metal or whatever, and there was some nipplage, and Instagram blocked him or something. So
they do that now, man. Like
Julie Strain would have been good. Yeah.
That'd be cool, man. We know, like I said, we'll know whenever people ask you, hey, we're gonna cast for this and that.
Well, it's good. It's a good question, and I do have, I do have it in my mind. When I have it is what's happening is when I'm drawing the character.
Right.
Certain times I draw them, and I'm like, oh, that looks like, and it's a totally unconscious thing. But
right.
The Jamie Presley thing is nailing it right on the head, because the character in Dead or Alive, the wrestler, ninja, whatever, with the bikini top and the cowboy hat, that was my inspiration for the very first images of Missy anyway. So
Nice.
That's really cool, man. Like, I didn't know that, so that's actually cool to actually know that's where your inspiration came from. And I've always liked that movie anyways, but a lot of people hate that movie.
I think that's a great movie.
Yeah, I've always liked it. So, and I played the games plenty of times. So, yeah, but honestly, I'm excited for next week, man. Next week I'm going to be going to the Frazetta Museum down here in Boca Grande, Florida. So I'll be seeing Sarah and all them down there.
Awesome, man.
On Friday. Yeah, on Friday. So I took 2 days. So I'm excited for that. So
the Frazetta Museum, huh?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for that, man. I'm honestly excited. Because that's the second location. That's what I hear. That's gonna be the.
I want you to be dressed up as John Cusack from Say Anything. So when you show up there, just hold like a boombox over your head.
Yeah, that's not happening, man. But
I'm here for you, Sarah.
Well, that's casual. It's a casual thing, but it's okay. But honestly, man, I'm super excited for next week, and I'm actually excited for some books that are coming out next week too. So
that's awesome.
Excited for I'm excited for man. I'm super excited to do.
I'm just ecstatic. I'm happy with all the good news that everyone's going. I think 2022 is off to a great start.
Right.
Really looking. I was even talking to my buddy Marco, and he was like telling me like, all the projects, all the stuff he has lined up.
Is he coming back, or is he staying up there?
No, he has a woman in his life, a very nice lady, and they moved in together. So he's living sort of this, he's married. He's living like this sort of like this couple / married life, even though they're not married yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they get married in the next year or two.
Okay.
I'm super happy for him. It's just I'm blindsided by all of it. It came out of nowhere, but he's happy. She's happy. He's in a very great relationship. He's doing well with his career right now, just little by little, just taking the steps to get where he wants to get to, where he'll be making big money, and the nice thing too is like, hopefully, we'll see money wise how I'm doing by the end of the year. If I have enough money, I'm like, I'll probably go out there and visit him, just show up and hang out with him for like a weekend and then come back to Tampa and come to work, and so we'll see. I look forward to seeing him.
So what you got going on, Anthony, this week?
I don't know. I may be doing a YouTube stream Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure.
Well, I actually watched the last one. I actually watched you with Hollywood and you and Daryl and stuff. That's pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool.
It was a good episode. Got a lot of views, got a lot of chats. But I had a female wrestler on, so it's always good. This week I may have some comics related stuff. I may do some comic reviews. I may have a guy who I met through Hollywood's show, a guy named Michael Strider, who, by the way, is a famous rock photographer.
Oh, that's cool.
He's been taking photos of Van Halen and Def Leppard and No Doubt and a bunch of bands.
That's cool.
From California, going through California. Worked with some major photographers, worked with Neil Zoslauer. I forget how he pronounces his name, but really, really, really like, he's got a website with pictures of Metallica and Megadeth and Motley Crue, and those are just the M's. So that's interesting. I like talking to people about rock history and
Okay.
stuff like that. Because you know what,
Yeah.
I've been drawing comics nonstop for 2 weeks, and you know, it's nice to talk about other stuff.
Yeah, it was actually nice to hear, you know, how you guys
Yeah,
watched Glow when you guys were kids.
the world does not revolve around comic books,
Right,
nor does it revolve around movies, nor does it
right,
revolve around wrestling,
right,
nor does it revolve around television shows.
right,
It
The
revolves
world is
around people.
the world is a real world, a tangible world, and
right.
it's nice to like have an interview where you're not promoting things or you're not, you know, pushing things.
Yeah, it was fun, man. I liked it. I actually came home and watched the whole thing, man. I actually watched
And even me who watched it, I watched Glow as it was airing in 1986, like live, you know, on the weeks, you know, when it aired. I watched it on WPIX in New York, which was, I think, Channel 11 on my cable in New York at, you know, when I was a sophomore in high school. There are things I learned that I had no idea about. Like, you know, she said that when you watch the programs, like they were recording stuff almost like they do game shows and soap operas. She sometimes during a taping, she had 4 or 5 wrestling matches a night, like 2 singles matches and 2 tag team matches, all in the same broadcast. And they were cutting it up and editing it for like future shows and stuff. You know, that's pretty grueling stuff. And, you know, talking about the training, how Mondo Guerrero trained them for 2 months and then he took off, and all the stuff, you know, they had to pick up as they went along.
Yep.
So I mean, honestly, it was cool, man. That interview was cool, and then I remember meeting her at the Daytona show a couple like a year or so ago, I think.
Yep.
Well, yeah. It was cool, man. It was actually cool that you got to, you know, interview her and got to actually talk to her and stuff like that. That was actually cool, man.
Yeah.
But what you got going on, Randall? Besides that, new store, what else?
That new store. Yeah, just, you know, I'm still working on my stuff as well. I'm just very excited about just getting everything organized, getting everything situated. You know, it's nice to have a store also because we'll have space where, like, you know, because I know he wants to do YouTube videos. You know, I even had like ideas I threw at him. I was like, you know, it'd be really great is down the road if we get like private signings. Like, imagine if we get, you know, Amanda Connor, Jimmy Palmiotti to do a signing at the store. I would want to set it up.
They're here, so it'd be easier to get those two
I'm saying,
than
like, what I
anybody.
would like to do is I'd love to have it set up to where I would explain to them, like, listen, come in here to do a signing, and I'll tell them as soon as the signing is over with, we're gonna set everything up, and I want to do like a YouTube video, like, you know, an interview, maybe like 30 minutes, you know, while they're at the store, you know, and then after that, like, we go out to eat. You know, we would close up the store just so we could do the interview with them, and then, you know, go out to eat or whatever that they would be okay with, whatever they're comfortable with, you know. But I mean, that's way down the road, you know. That's way down the road. You know, like, you know, what's crazy too is he managed to get like 2 glass display cases today. So we already got 2 of the cases inside there. So the big thing now is we're going to try to get like slat wall hung up. We're going to get shelves hung up. We're going to get, you know, shelves for like to put the short boxes, you know. So little by little, we're getting all the stuff in there, you know. In fact, later tonight, after we're done here, I got to put in the DC orders for me, for my customers, and for the store. And then I'm going to set up the social media accounts for South Tampa Comics. So, like, you know, that's probably what I'm going to be focusing on this week is I'm going to be making the announcement on social media, letting, you know, like, you guys are some of the first people to hear about this. I haven't even officially announced it on my social media pages, you know. So, like, some of my closest friends have no clue that, you know.
Well, they got a clue now.
Right. You know, so, like, but, you know, I'm going to make the announcement, going to start inviting a bunch of people to like the page. You know, yeah, just lots. It's so much, man. It's so much. Like, it's exciting, and then there's a little bit of stress too, because it's like you want it. I just want it all done with now.
Right.
But you can't. There's just too much to do. You can't have it done in a day, 2 days, not even
Right.
maybe not even in a week. So like this is just one of those things we're going to tackle it little by little every week, and yeah. And then I got my books I got to unpack. So I'll probably it's going to be a long night for me. I might be pulling another all-nighter tonight.
All right. What I got coming up is the Nerdy Collective this week. It's gonna be open mic night. And then when I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna be trying the Cantonese comics thing is gonna be rebooted again. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing it live or video wise, but it's gonna be back soon. And then I'm gonna be doing Extreme Nerd Table on Sunday this week, and then I'll be going out to the Frazetta Museum on Friday. So that's pretty much what I got going on this week. So keep a lookout on my Instagrams and stuff, man. I might have some videos pop up on there about the museum, and I might be doing a whole video out. So I might be releasing a video in a couple of weeks of the trip. So keep an eye out, guys.
I hope you release some of the videos on TikTok.
Yeah, I am. I'll see you guys later, and then
Venerella, sign up.
Yeah.
Mailing list open on Indiegogo. Venerella number 2.
And then we'll see you guys later.